What up, y'all? This is Tracy from Nerd Squish, and today we'll be talking about Stranger Things Season 4, Episode 3. Moving right along with our recap of Season 4 of Stranger Things, we have another episode. If you guys are new to the channel, this is Nerd Squish, where we take everything spooky and we take everything nerdy and we squish it all together. So if you like Stranger Things and spooky things and nerdy things, definitely hit that subscribe button so you can see more videos from us in the future. I do want to warn you guys that if you don't want spoilers, this is not the place to be. I will be talking about spoilers. This is your moment. I'm throwing up the spoiler warning because we're gonna talk about details. So watch the show and then come back. I'll wait. I'll be here. So this episode opens with Dr. Samuel Owens at his house, and it's being bombarded by this new lieutenant character who's basically demanding that he tell him where Elle is, because he believes that she is still alive and she is the key to killing whatever is haunting Hawkins once and for all. Back in California, the kids come home to find none other than Murray in their house cooking risotto. Just another day. This leads to one of my favorite scenes in the season so far. They're all sitting at the table, and little truths and little lies and just funny moments are coming out all over the place. Joyce lies and says that she has to go on a business trip in her venture of selling Britannicas to Alaska. Because of course, you work from home and you sell encyclopedias, so naturally you have to go to Alaska, right? Now, poor Jonathan is so high, he doesn't understand anything that's going on. He thinks the wine's olive oil, and Joyce is just clueless to the whole thing. And there's just this tension at the table because the kids are all still, getting over Elle brutally just schmacking on this girl in the Rinkomania. And so finally Murray's like, I can feel the tension. Is it the risotto? It's just the greatest. This is why I love Murray, and he's one of my favorite characters. And the whole time, every time Argyle talks, he's like, who is this guy? But nobody will give him an answer, so the scene ends, and Argyle says something, and Murray's like, I still don't know who this guy is. And it's just the best. Let me know in the comments down below if you thought the tension in that room was because of Murray's risotto, because it's still up in the air. We're not sure yet. The next morning, Elle and Mike are having a little, dispute, having a little fight, and the cops show up to arrest her for her Rinkomania schmacking. And while they're bringing her to a juvenile delinquent center, none other than Dr. Owens shows up and rescues her. He brings her to a diner and basically tells her, hey, your friends in Hawkins are all in trouble. And although some people think you're why these things are happening, I think you're the one person that can stop everything in Hawkins ever happening again. And naturally, she's like, okay, but I don't have my powers. And he's like, I got you. We're bringing them back. Now, we go back to Russia where Hopper is, and Enzo, the guard that's helping him, tells him, hey, look, we heard from Joyce. She's coming, but it's up to you to escape from this prison. So he basically bribes another prisoner to break his leg chains, which turns into breaking his ankles, so he can slip the chains off of his feet, which is quite possibly one of the most cringy moments and very painful to watch, and I didn't like it. But part one of his escape has been completed. Now, back in Hawkins, Nancy and Robin are at the library, and they learn that Victor Creel believed his house was haunted by a demon, and that's what killed his family. Meanwhile, Max and the rest of the Hawkins crew are back at the school, breaking into the school counselor's office and learning that both Chrissy and Fred suffered from the same nightmares and headaches and trauma that Max is. And then all of a sudden, here comes Vecna revealing himself to Max, and thus revealing that she is his next victim. Now, this is a great episode because things are really starting to come together and being pieced together, and you have more Argyle comedy. So, who doesn't love that? But altogether, a really, really great episode. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe so you can see all the other recaps coming from Stranger Things Season 4, and I'll catch you nerds in the upside down.